Hey everyone, dropping in from the future just to give you a bit of a warning. For those of you who are new, my name is Ben. I like to make vlogs about my trips to Disney World, Disneyland and Disney Cruise Line. For everyone else, welcome back. Hope you're looking forward to a brand new vlog series. If you haven't already, please make sure that you're subscribed. I've done a lot of exciting things on this trip and I can't wait to show it with you. I wanted to drop in just quickly before this video starts, just to let you know that this isn't the most ideal travel day that I've ever been on. Unfortunately, towards the end of my flight, I actually started to feel really sick, so wasn't able to capture the remaining part of the flight as I had hoped to. I did manage to capture some footage, so I'll do a bit of an audio overlay to give some information about Vancouver Airport and as we get towards the hotel. Please just bear that in mind as we get towards the end of the video. So if you are new or if you're one of the people that have been continuing to support me in my other vlog series, please bear with me. It is just the travel day that is going to be affected. Everything else is going to be back to the quality that you'd expect from my videos. So let's run those titles. Hello, good morning, and welcome to a brand new vlog series. This one is very exciting. So I am on my way, not to Disney World, not to Disneyland, but to Vancouver. And you're thinking, well, why is Ben going to Vancouver? Because there's nothing to do with Disney. Wrong. We are setting sail on the Disney Wonder for a 7-night Alaskan cruise. I'm beyond excited. Cannot wait. We've got some fantastic excursions planned. Ooh, sunlight, lighting, great, love it. We're going to do some dog sledding, we're going to do some suspension bridges, whale watching, some glaciers. We're going to see Mickey and Minnie in their Alaskan outfits. Very exciting. I am flying from Gatwick with British Airways in economy. Couldn't get a nicer seat. I'm going with my family. But the sad thing is that Matt isn't coming. He has some prior engagements, so unfortunately he has to miss out. So kind of a semi-solo trip, but with the family on the side as well. Matt's going to take me over to, here he comes. There he is. Matt's going to go take me over to Clapham Junction so I can then get a train over to Gatwick and start my holiday. But I have to say goodbye to this one.
No, I have my hair and makeup now. I'm not ready.
So, let's go. Okay, I finally made it to Gatwick. Now going to go drop off my suitcase and find my family, and we'll get something to eat, and then it won't be long until we're boarding our plane off to Vancouver. A bit more detail about the cruise. We are staying between two cabins, so both of them are inside cabins. One, which is the one I'm staying in, has a porthole. And then the other half of my family are staying in the inside without the porthole. So I'll be able to show you both of those and give you an understanding of what those look like on the Wonder. So we're going in a couple of days before the cruise. So we've got a couple of days planned in Vancouver with some excursions there to see Vancouver, first time in Canada, and then first time in Alaska. So let's go, drop my bags off and get this holiday started. Can't really see because they're a bit far away, but British Airways have got their mascots out to welcome me to check-in. They're just here just for me, not anyone else. So my flight's at 11:40 and it's currently 8:25, so kind of got here just bang on 3 hours before. The queue is pretty long, but I think it'll be fine. I'll let you know how long it takes. better look at the mascots now I'm a bit closer. Not gonna lie, it kind of gives me Disney on a budget. So British Airways need to step up their game. You can see a lot of people heading out to Orlando, which makes me a bit jealous, but not too jealous because I'm about to go on a once in a lifetime. I know a lot of people say that about going to Disney World, but yeah, once in a lifetime holiday, which is actually going to be a once in a lifetime holiday because Matt really wants to go, so we're going to have to go back on it one time. What a shame. Bye, little bag. Okay, it's now 8:43, so it took about 20 minutes or so to get through. Yep, I have got my passport still. No manned desks for bag drop. It's literally do it yourself, which can slow things down if people don't know what they're doing or something goes wrong. I'm now heading up to security. I was very worried that my bag was going to be overweight, considering I have definitely overpacked. As you could be asking yourself, Ben, what do you pack for an Alaskan cruise? The answer is, I don't know. So I packed everything for all kind of scenarios. I've got jackets, I've got coats, I've got t-shirts, I've got shorts, I've got trousers. So I'll let you know what I end up wearing and what I don't, and what's going to be a waste of time. To note, there is like end of August, so we are in summer, but so I think Alaska, I think we're cold, but yeah, anyway. Right, heading through security. I'll let you know how long that takes as well. And then it's time to get some breakfast. Very impressed with security. No line, walked straight up to a belt. Didn't have to take anything out these days, so laptop stayed in the bag, and I'm through. Well done, Gatwick. Very impressed. I'm gonna have to bypass duty-free, but I do want to come back because I've run out of aftershave, and I want to get some more smelly. But as I said, I want some food, so time to go meet up with the family and fill my hunger cravings. Breakfast wasn't anything special, so I didn't bother vlogging that. Just had a full English breakfast. Service could have been better, but what can you do? So I'm now going to go and treat myself to a Joe and the Juice. And you may recall in a previous vlog series, when we were flying from Heathrow, I was like, oh, I'm going to treat myself to a Joe and the Juice and get a protein shake. But that was impossible because there was no Joe and the Juice at Heathrow Terminal 5. So luckily there is a Joe and the Juice here at Gatwick Terminal South. So that is what I'm going to do. And I'm being lazy. I got the lift. But I'm all on my own.
Floor 0. Door open.
Lightning in the airport? No. Lighting has just changed. But got my signature. Chocolate flecks. Protein. Maybe not the best made one. Actually, something. Chocolate and protein. My favourite. Just picked up a bottle of water from Boots. We've got about 20 minutes until the gate's being shown. So even though I was here like good 3 hours before the flight, it's gone quite quickly. So I'm very intrigued to see what the food offerings are going to be on BA. They haven't been the best in the past. So yeah, I'm not holding out much hope for them. But they've got room to impress me, so fingers crossed. Gate 37 now up, just an hour before flight. Got takeoff time, so let's head on over to my gate. And I feel like I'm always saying, let's get this holiday started. Let's go. pushing back from the gate and we're about to go. Managed to ask the person that was sitting in my seat currently if he wouldn't mind swapping, just so that I could sit with my family. And he was very nice to say yes, he would. I'll show you like the flight entertainment once we're up in the air. But I'm actually quite impressed with it at the moment. There's a lot of good options I've kind of like favorited already to choose from. So working through that, and then we'll show you what I've chosen as well as some of the other picks that are available.
I smell the winds of war. I see smoke on the horizon.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices, is not permitted at any time whilst aboard, including the toilets, which have smoke detectors in them.
Loving the Bridgerton theme that British Airways have given for their safety videos, really leaning into the British era. Bring back the hunky man, there he is.
Toss the tapes around your waist and tie securely in a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. And the air can be topped up by using this mouthpiece. There is a whistle and a light for attracting attention. Please do not inflate your life jacket until you are outside of the aircraft.
So we're starting in London and we're going all the way over to Vancouver. Just a short hop across the ocean. For my movies that I have favorited, Jim Henson, Thunderbolts, Epcot Becoming, which I've really wanted to watch, but they haven't had it on Disney Plus in the UK, as far as I'm aware. Otherwise I would have watched it. Doctor Strange, Harry Potter, Barbie, Clueless, Deadpool, Wolverine, Dear Evan Hansen, How to Train Your Dragon, Sonic 3, I've watched the first two, haven't seen the third one, Spider-Man, Star Wars, and Wicked. Fully aware that I won't get through every single one of these. And for TV shows, got Ahsoka, Golden Girls, Behind the Attraction, Superstore, and Taskmaster. So that's what I plan to watch on the TV. They've announced that the food options, cottage pie or vegetarian curry, which not the best choices in my opinion. All club members get free Wi-Fi. For messaging on Club Flight for club members, so you can stay connected with WhatsApp, I suppose, and like messaging. So you sign in for that. So I can log in for some reason, but it only gives you the messaging option. So anyway, I purchased flight pass for the entire flight, which is $17.99. Which I don't think is too bad. It kind of gives you the ability to stream, etc. So, speaking of the devil, but not speaking of the devil, but for Matt. Now, hour 20 or so minutes into the flight. Had drink services going on. First bit of feedback from BA. Already run out of Coke Zero. Not very good, and it's the one that they get requested most. Should have anticipated that, and had more on the flight. So not great, we've still got just under 8 hours in, and they've served food. About half an hour before we actually got the food, they announced that they were running low on the vegetarian options, and they're only left with cottage pie, which again is just not very good. Yeah, not impressed, to be honest, British Airways, and this is kind of the experience I've had previously, so a bit disappointed. You're probably thinking, well Ben, why did you fly British Airways? That's a very good question, person watching. Because there's not a lot of options for direct flights to Vancouver. So British Airways are one of the two, I think, available that fly directly to Vancouver. The other is obviously Air Canada, but we're actually travelling at a time when Air Canada have decided to go on strike. So there was a lot of uncertainty, so I'm actually glad that I did book British Airways. But not really a fan of the service, which, I mean, the crew are lovely, but just run out of Coke Zero, run out of vegetarian, just not impressed. Anyway, let me show you what I've got. So this is the cottage pie, nothing special. We've also got some cheese and crackers and butter, which I've just softened up a little bit by popping it on there, but not too much so it doesn't melt fully. A quinoa, again, such a rogue choice, trying to be fancy when they're not really. A chocolate ganache and water and a bread roll. Not really the best food options, and just giving you my honest opinion. If it sounds like I'm moaning, sorry, but that's just how I feel. Considering the flights aren't cheap, so it is a lot of money I'm spending on this flight to have a pretty subpar experience. I don't know how much of this I'm going to eat, but I'll let you know what I think after I've eaten it. Side note, the Epcot documentary, very good. Yeah, absolutely love it. Seeing them recording the raw vocals and instrumental part of Luminous, got the goosebumps. Yeah, can't wait to eventually go back and see Luminous again and return to Epcot, which is my favourite park. 5 hours and 20 minutes to go. Realised that I didn't actually give you my review of the food. I didn't enjoy it. So the cottage pie was very gristly, the meat just wasn't very good quality. They had green beans, sweet corn I think, in it. Very lackluster. The quinoa, no, just I don't understand the thoughts behind the executives at British Airways who thought it would be a good idea to serve quinoa on a plane. The bread is just very dense. Only good things was the cheese and crackers, and the chocolate ganache was alright. I'm now watching Taskmaster season 6. We're flying over Greenland, Iceland, wherever it is very wet, wherever it is very snowy and white. Is that clouds or is that snow? Maybe it's both. I think it is cloud. No, that's definitely air. That is definitely snow. And then you get clouds. That's the update I have for you right now. Nothing else to report, but hopefully they'll bring around some more food at some point. Maybe a little snacky snack, a little sweet treat. Check in with you soon. One thing I thought I'd call out is the little device that lets me connect my AirPod Maxes to the the plane screens. As you can see, I'm currently watching Taskmaster, and I've got this thing called an AirFly. What this does is it plugs directly into the audio jack on the screen and submits a Bluetooth signal. connecting to your AirPods. When we flew Virgin at the beginning of the year, I kicked off because I was like, oh no, I just spent all this money on AirFly when they had Bluetooth within the screens. British Airways don't, at least on this plane, so I'm glad that I did take the investment and purchase AirFly because I think it's going to be a common use. So yeah, just check Amazon or anywhere. It's like 50 quid I think, so bargain really, to allow you to connect your own headphones, not having to mess around with the headphones that they give you. Nessa, you're a terrible younger sister, and you deserve what happens during Wicked Part 2. Just saying. I'm so cold. I've been cold for the last like 4 hours.
So it begins.
Yeah, they served us food about 2 hours into the flight. Then nothing now until we're like, we just checked. We're officially 1 hour and 3 minutes away, and they only just brought around food now. And a second drink service besides tea at dinner time. So my top tip would be, if you're flying with BA, forget the food, bring your own, buy something at the airport, buy sandwiches, because it's a complete waste of like time. I am absolutely starving, and to only get that small cottage pie and then this small chicken pastry, it's just not on. The options are chicken or vegetarian, and the vegetarian is like a potato or something. So I have no choice to eat this because I'm that hungry. I'm very excited to land because I need to get off this plane. It's been a struggle, and I'm sorry that it's been a bit of a negative travel day so far. Hopefully this gets all the negative out before the rest of the trip. So I'll probably see you as we begin our descent. Once you get off the plane, you'll be greeted by these machines which require you to input information about your trip to Vancouver. Think along the lines of immigration officers but digitalized. You'll only be able to input details for 5 people per party, and children will need to have their details submitted with an adult, so bear that in mind if you're in a party of 6 or more. Once submitted, you'll be given a piece of paper which you'll need to hold on to as you'll hand it in to an official after you've collected your luggage. This wasn't made clear through any signage, so make sure you hold on to that printout. From the airport, we chose the SkyTrain, where the Canada line will take you straight from the airport all the way to the city centre. The ticket system works just like the London Tube, where you can either purchase a ticket or use contactless payment to tap in and out. Our hotel was closest to the waterfront stop, which just so happened to be where the port was, which is 12 stops from the airport, right at the end of the line. Whilst in Vancouver, we were staying at the Pinnacle Hotel Harbourfront, which was brilliantly located only a short walk to the waterfront. As you enter the room, you have a bathroom on the left-hand side, fitted with a large mirror, sink, toilet, bath and shower. There was also a hairdryer available as well. It even came with complimentary toiletries such as shower gel, conditioner and shampoo. Directly opposite the bathroom entrance is a double-sided wardrobe with a safe on one side and an ironing board and an iron on the other. A little refreshment station with complimentary tea and coffee, as well as a fridge which also had a couple of complimentary bottles of water. The room has 2 standard double beds with a bedside table between them. There's a phone for calling reception and a light which was fitted with 2 US plug sockets and a single drawer. You've got a standard sized TV sitting atop a chest of drawers with 4 deep large drawers. A desk with another phone and a comfy office chair. 2 armchairs, and the best part of the room is outside the sliding door, which was pretty tricky to open. Just look at that view. The outside balcony also had protective glass screens, but like the door to get onto the balcony, these can be slid open if you'd like. This was going to be a great view to be able to see the Disney Wonder sail into port in a couple of days. Hi, me again. I'm back just to wrap up this video. Once I got to the hotel, I jumped in the shower and then crawled into bed and slept all the way through to the next day. So if you have made it to the end, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please make sure that you give this video a like. Give me a sympathy like for not feeling very well. Poor me. And drop a comment. Is there anything in Vancouver that's a must do? And be sure to subscribe. Coming next week will be our 2 days in Vancouver, where we're kicking off with some whale watching, and we'll be heading to Capilino Suspension Bridge, which you don't want to miss. I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing what's coming on this vlog series, so I'm happy to have you along, and I can't wait to share it with you. So until next time, see you real soon.